Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Kenny, and this is Star Season 1, Episode 5, and the name of this episode is New Voices. So, this episode is really good because finally the girls get to scope out the competition, and man, did they have competition on this episode. So, let me get started. There was pretty much I'm pretty much gonna is pretty much what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let you know certain scenes that jumped out to me. One was the photo shoot. Now this was real, messed up because here it is, they're doing this photo shoot. Now, Alexandra is a very beautiful girl. Extremely beautiful. Flawless skin, beautiful hair, all natural. Just a beautiful black woman. And here they are overly they're overly, patting makeup on her, trying to make her look more lighter on camera. And she got to the point where she was just over it, and she went off on the photographer, and that pretty much kind of started beef between her and Star, because all Star cares about is being famous, and nothing else fucking matters. And Star sometimes comes off like that, like all she knows how to do is be combative, because she's pretty much a damaged kid. I mean, think about it. Their mother died from a drug overdose. They both, went through hell in the foster care system, her and her sister Simone. So, Star is always thinking about, she's a hustler, and she had to hustle for years. So that's the kind of mentality she has. So she really has very little compassion, and she's all about getting what's hers. But there is a softer side to her that is there, but you have to go through so much to get to it. And definitely I can say that that's what I noticed about Star's character. Also another thing is that pretty much there's a competition, pretty much you remember from the last episode, they did the video, to get into this radio audition. And, because I think they're trying to, they're in this competition, I think, for a contract. And the thing is that they, Star is right now, she's just very content with how things are. Sorry everybody. Okay. Well, Star right now is really content of how the way things are. Like, she's like, fuck it, we're good. And how do you pronounce that man's name? Hyle. There we go. And Hyle is pretty much saying that, girl, you need to be doing mad crunch rehearsing and mad crunch time right now, because y'all got competition out here. This ain't going to be no walk in the park. You're going to have to fight to the medal every time. So the competition out here is fierce. So we actually see that Hyle actually takes Alexandra and Star, because due to the fact that Simone's the youngest, Carlotta really has kind of a mother, has a mother type of relationship with her, where she's making sure she's going to school, she's making sure she's resting, she's not letting her get involved in too much bullshit, and she's, trying to help Simone move past what happened with Otis. So yeah, I'm definitely going to tap onto that. Because we actually see in the episode that they actually find him and they exhume his body. But in this scene was funny because Hyle ends up taking Alexandra and Star to this club, and we pretty much see this girl group. And the girl group that's actually being showcased is called Glamorous. They are signed with the Candy Factory, Candy Brodus. Candy Burris, I'm sorry. How the hell I call her Brodus? My bad, girl, my bad. Candy Burris. They're actually signed under Candy, and these girls are amazing. I've actually subscribed to them on YouTube, and I watch their videos. These girls are fire. But they're in the club, and they pretty much, they have amazing harmonies, because they did the Star Spangled Banner, and they killed it. It was nice. And then they fucking start throwing shade at Alexandra and Star, talking about are you guys performing tonight? And they're like, no, we're just we're just out here just watching the entertainment, enjoying ourselves. Just like, yeah, because, you wouldn't be able to come after us anyway. So they just started being real shady and shit, and then, pretty much, they just, after they walked away, they just pretty much started talking shit like, oh, God, like, really? Who the hell sings the national anthem at a club? Yeah, we ain't worried about them bitches. They only got faces for radio. I'm like, Star mean as shit. Like, we really saw that Star was just tripping throughout this whole episode. We also saw that Hyle and the girl from the Dominican Republic, I don't know her name, but he brings her to Carlotta to help get her a job because in the Dominican Republic she was a hairstylist, and Carlotta decides to give her a job doing, pretty much, sweeping the floors. But then she later on realizes that the girl can do hair because she did Star's hair. And we pretty much are, starting to find out more and more about her, that her mother was in America, but she hasn't seen her mom in 15 years. And she doesn't know whether her mother's alive or dead. And the person that can actually understand her is Alexandra. I mean, she can speak very, very little English. She can speak a little, but you actually see she struggles with it. So she really doesn't know how to speak English. But it's good that Alexandra knows her language. She pretty much knows how to speak Spanish. I mean, so therefore she's able to relate to her. And so it was cool to see that she's now a part of the salon. Also, we also see Carlotta and the pastor. Now, you can definitely tell her and the pastor got like a really good love thing going on because he lets her know that the choir mistress is going to be out sick and he wants Carlotta to head the choir. And she, at first, is hesitant because of all the stuff she's dealing with and also due to the fact that, she knows that Otis is dead and that, Hyle was the one who got rid of the body. All of this stuff is on her head, and also the girls and them going into the music industry. She's just like, I don't know right now. But the pastor says, okay, I'm going to pray about it. Next thing you know, we see the pastor then sent roses to the shop. He's like, I'm gonna sweeten you up. I'm gonna make sure you head this choir. Because Carlotta is extremely gifted. And we also find out in this episode that Carlotta is a lot like Alexandra, and I think that's why the two of them are bonding very well, because they were pretty much the geniuses of the group. Like, they were the creators, they were the producers, the arrangers, the songwriter. They pretty much had that gift. And we even get flashbacks of Carlotta when she's young with Mary, who's the mother of Star and Simone. And we actually see that Hyle and Carlotta are dating. So they're an item. They pretty much are like business partners. They pretty much running the thing. But then all of a sudden, Hyle starts taking more of a liking to Mary, and pretty much Mary is singing the song that Carlotta wrote. And next thing you know, she walks in, she sees that Mary and Hyle are kind of thrown up on each other, and she gets really pissed. I mean, because Hyle actually told the girls that, the reason why Carlotta feels that way is because Mary was better than her, and she's jealous of Mary, and all this shit. She fucking flipped the fuck. She's like, first of all, don't believe anything that cork snorting bitch gotta say. First of all, he's full of shit and he's always has been. He knows what really happened. And it wasn't that. And then we later on go to find out that, he's thinking the whole time that Mary wrote that song, and Carlotta said, no, I wrote it. That was my song. That's why I felt the way I felt. She was singing my song. And don't worry, the song wasn't about you because it was a love song. and it was beautiful. I mean, and the girls actually took on the song and they kind of remastered it, because at first Star didn't want to do the damn song because Star is still dealing with issues with her mother. Like, she has an anger and hatred towards her mother because her mother died of a drug overdose. So, and what happened was that Simone actually found, tapes of their mother that Carlotta had hidden. And even Carlotta was pissed that she found this. And I'm like, why the fuck is Carlotta so angry? But then we later go to find out it wasn't because she was jealous. It was because that, the song that Hyo was so happy about was a song that she wrote, and she didn't get any credit for it. It was as if, like, Carlotta didn't exist anymore. And it was just all about Mary. And that I think is what really pissed her off, was that, she was the one that was, she the one who helped Mary become the star that she was, or to become the voice to be reckoned with. Like, she was the one who was working with Mary. She was pretty much, as I said, like the mastermind, just like Alexandra is in this group. So it was very interesting to see this episode, because we're actually seeing that Simone is now starting to heal, and she's starting to get back into a good place, and she's starting to become like an actual kid, and that's actually great to see. But then again, that gets disrupted. Next, we actually also, another highlight of the show was Star and Hunter. Hunter and her go on a date. She tells him that they need money for costumes for this showcase that they have to do, the audition. And he agrees, and what he does is that he gives her card, but he says, "Can I trust you?" And she's like, "You sure you want to do that?" And she's like, but then he asks, "Can I trust you?" So she took it upon herself. This damn girl went on a damn shopping spree, and they spent over $20,000. And then while her and Hunter about to have sex, because I think they already had sex, but they were about to go for round 2, Hunter's mother comes in and pretty much, pulls up the damn. I'm like, really? You that much of a press bitch that you looking at every single, number, dot and dollar sign there is? Because her ass came in there with the damn paperwork like, oh, there was like $20,000 missing. What actually happened with that? And Charles like, oh, we went shopping. Like you what? You actually trusted this whore, and she up here spending like $20,000 and shit. So it pissed Hunter off, and he pretty much told his mom to shut up and get the hell out. And then they pretty much exchanged words, and Star is just cold as fuck. She was saying that, look, we only spent $20,000. That's some chump change to what you really have. And he said, that's not the point. I asked, could I trust you? And she said, yeah. And I asked, are you sure you want to trust me? Next thing you know, he took her damn shirt and threw it at her ass. Next thing you know, we see her outside, and there's paparazzi outside, and here she is, fucking posing and shit. Showing a little shoulder, giving a little flash. I'm like, this damn Star is a fucking mess. It's like she is all about getting seen and getting noticed no matter what. And she takes every opportunity to be seen. But yeah, that whole situation was crazy. Because I'm like, Star, you didn't have to do that man like that. Next, we actually have the audition. And the crazy thing is that while, the audition is actually a turning point in their lives, a lot of bad things happen. Hyo, I just get so confused with his name. Hoyle, there we go. Well, Hoyle gets captured by the guys who were running the sex traffic ring, and they pretty much tie his ass up. They actually dig up Curtis. Not Curtis. They actually dig up Otis. Forgive me, guys. And also, if I missed anything, put it down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to respond to you. But so pretty much, also, we actually see that they dug up Otis. They reach out to his wife. His wife pretty much calls Simone, who's Simone's, former foster mother, and she's asking about the whereabouts of Otis, but Simone hangs up the phone and doesn't want to answer it, but eventually we see that she does. So we're seeing that, you know, while they're auditioning, Simone is dealing with that at home, talking to the foster mother, and also on, you know, we see that that Hayo has been captured, and he's being, you know, he's pretty much been, you know, tied up and put into this dark room. And then we also find that, so, and also the performance that they did was amazing. You know, that was great. Actually, my bad. That was going on while they were in church. My bad. Like, I kind of moved too far, so forgive me, guys. Well, what I meant to say is that on the audition, they nailed it. You know, old girls kind of threw some shade at them again, like, good luck. I mean, but they went out there and they did their thing, and they actually did their mother's song, but they pretty much they pretty much, you know, remastered it, and it sounded really good. I mean, the girls were really on point. They delivered, and they ended up, you know, going to the next round. So here it is. They're in this competition, and they're pretty much making names for themselves. But finally, how the way the episode ends, Carlotta has decided to take over being the choir director until the lady gets better, and pretty much she goes up there and she sings this beautiful song. I mean, Queen Latifah has grown so much as a vocalist. I mean, I lived for this performance. I have to say, Queen Latifah's performance was the best performance of the night. She really delivered. But while all this is going on, Star and Hunter getting into it, you know, after she done, you know, milked his ass for $20,000. And also at home, so while she's in church, pretty much the girls are kind of, you know, going through their own situations. Simone is talking to her foster mother about the whereabouts of Otis. Star pretty much is, you know, got put out of Hunter's house, and the paparazzi are outside, so here she is taking pictures and just showing off. You know, she's using every opportunity to be seen, and she sees every opportunity, you know, for exposure, and she doesn't fall back on them. I mean, she has that type of hustle mentality. She's gonna put herself out there no matter what. So that's going on, and then we also have Hayo, who's been captured by the sex traffickers. But the good thing about it is that old girl is with Carlotta, so she's safe. But yeah, the question is, what's going to happen to Hayo? Is he going to make it out? Or better yet, I actually want to see the person who's actually behind it, because there's supposed to be some business tycoon who's running this sex trafficking, and he's been doing it for years. So I'm thinking probably later on we're going to find out who that person is. But yeah, I have to say this was a really good episode. But yeah, it ended with Hayo being dragged into this room, and Carlotta singing this beautiful song in church, and you know, they are just praising God, but it was a beautiful song. And I must say that I think that song, was probably the best performance of the night again. So I enjoyed it. But this is my review for Star, guys. You know, subscribe to my channel. Leave comments. You know, like this video, share this video. If I've missed anything, put it down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to respond to you. And I will be back with you guys next week for another episode of Star. So until then, everybody, take care.